Test.
Oh, brambles and thorn, hand in hand, mischief makers and nightshades land through the brambles and thorns they roam. Oh, brambles and thorn, hand in hand, mischief makers and nightshades land through the brambles and thorns they roam. Castle Nightshade is their home. Hey, little imps, with your tricks and your charms, keeping each other safe from harm.
Hi, I'm Brambles. I am an imp, and I live on the grounds of Castle.
Oh, brambles and thorn, hand in hand, mischief makers and nightshades land through the brambles and thorns they roam. Castle Nightshade is their home. Hey, little imps, with your tricks and your charms, keeping each other safe from harm.
Hi, I'm Brambles. I am an imp, and I live on the grounds of Castle Nightshade with my little sister Thorn.
Brambles, I don't think we should be talking to strangers. Besides being strange, they usually are also gay. We should go now.
I see what you mean, Thorn, but we are imps and we can turn any situation into fun.
the mortals are also very lame. I don't see how we can have any fun by involving them in our playtime.
Well, Thorn, picture this. We dig a large and deep hole in the ground, and in the bottom, we place many very large, sharp sticks pointing upwards, and we carefully cover the hole so no one knows it is there. We then trick one of the mortals into chasing us. We'll tell the stupid person that we are leprechauns and that we have huge amounts of gold and that they can't catch us. They run after us, and we jump over the hole, and the stupid human falls into it and splat. Just picture all the fun, Thorn.
Brambles, while I can see this as being fun, I don't see the effort in digging the hole as being worth the results we achieve.
You make a good point there, Thorn. I know. Let's involve a large group of the mortals. We'll create many different and deadly traps for them to stumble into. We can get some zombies to chase them around, so they run into each trap. Then, we let Kitty and Puppy come out and play with those who are still alive.
I really like where you are going with this, Brambles.
With the various dismembered limbs and decapitated heads, we can play catch with Puppy, while Kitty gnaws on the bones.
Oh, Brambles, I do so much love playing fetch with Puppy. He is just so adorable. All 3 heads chasing after the head. Each one wants to be the first to catch it as it rolls on the ground.
Let's make our preparations, Thorn. I'll open an X account. There are many foolish humans on X. I am sure we can find a group of them that we can invite to Castle Nightshade to play with us.
Oh, sister, this has brightened my day. I can't wait.
We have such fun adventures, don't we, Thorn?
Yes, Brambles, such fun adventures.
Hello. Hi, it's Donna Nightshade, taking form inside of her haunted puppet. Yeah. Well, hi. Hi, everyone that's watching. We'd love to see you chat today. It's been crazy. I've been so disorganized trying to get the stream together for some reason. I don't know. I don't understand why, but for some reason it was more tough than usual. So, alright, I hope you're all doing well today. I got some stories for you, news stories, and I'm totally disorganized. That's all I know. Culture Spot. No, hello, Culture Spot. Thank you for joining us. Hello, dear. I like that your channel has become a TV show like the Monkeys. Oh, wow. But much lamer, I'm sure. So thank you so much. And that's you, Orange, isn't it? That's you, Orange. Okay. Why the name change? Or is this just another YouTube handle that you have? Let me know. So, let's see. Hello, Bella. Tom says, hello, Tom. Thank you. Thank you for being here. It's so wonderful not to be talking to myself. Yeah, it's words, but this is the name for my own YouTube channel. Okay, I'll try to make sure that I give you a follow, Lawrence. Thanks. Culture Spot. I can't remember that. It's out of my head already. I just ain't that bright. I can't help it. As I get into channel today, I just got distracted and went here, there, and oh no, I got 10 minutes to get this get on the air here. Oh no, it's too late. Oh boy. Then everything just goes wrong, and I can't start up the video. And Alan, thank you, Alan, for being here. Evening, Bella. Evening to you, Alan. Just wonderful to see you. So, I'm trying to calm myself down so I can think. It doesn't easily work if I just start yapping without thinking. Though I can't help it. I usually do anyways. Let's see, what do I want to talk about today? Boy, we can go a couple of different ways. Today I didn't see too much too much for the UK. So I'm gonna need some help again. And Coach smart. Ha ha ha. I have several channels. And handles. But I'm gonna stream tonight after 4-hour siesta. Awesome. You do live streams? Wonderful. I gotta check it out. So awesome. We'll see. And what do I got here? God, so disorganized. I have this. This is kind of good news for a country. And I'm just showing you. You pick this picture, but I'll just go ahead and read it. Let's see. Do I have BLC? I don't even think I have BLC activated here. Alright. Oh, what a mess. What a mess. Okay. This might take a few seconds to pop up. Let me put it here. And let's see. Give it a second or two. Yeah, for some reason, when he pops something into DLC here, and you haven't done it for a while, it doesn't show up. Let me check another screen. Is it showing there? No, of course not. Watch, you're gonna have trouble now. Come on. Oh, maybe I have another instance of DLC. No? Yeah, there we go. Let me go back. Let me go back to my channel here. You can give it a second. Yeah, it's just really weird. You think it'd be almost right away, but it isn't. If not, I'll go back. Well, I'll go back. I don't want to wait any longer. But this is, Javier Milei. Now it's not showing up. I don't know what's wrong. Shit, get the gremlins again, and I got gremlins again. No. Well, I'll just talk about it, but damn it. Okay, well, all I was doing is just showing a picture of Javier Milei of Argentina. So they got some good news. And it seems like everything's mostly turning up roses in Argentina. They got annual GDP growth at 5.8%. This is when they've had for years negative GDP growth. So I think the guy needs some credit for turning that mess that Argentina was around. So bravo to him. 1 year, just about a year and a half now almost, I imagine. But can you imagine that? The mess that Argentina was, and now it's growing now at a 5.8% growth rate? That is just incredible. There we go. Yeah, actually, I'm finished talking about it. So yeah, that was just the show, and then to talk about Argentina. So you gotta give him credit. Yeah. And Coach and Warren says, I'm gonna call you Coach's spot because it's already out of my head. No, Warren says this is definitely like my stream. Hope it's more organized than mine. Wait, you don't have a haunted puppet, do you, Lawrence? You don't have a haunted puppet, I bet. Or some goofball talking about the news. I did you make a lot of sense in your stream. And Lawrence says Argentina definitely used to get lots of IMF credit. Yeah, but that just puts you highly in debt. And then the kleptocrats in the government spend it on themselves anyways. And he says, haunted apartment maybe, Lawrence says. And that's a tech prop. Oh, okay. You should try adding a VTuber model and see how much fun that is. That doesn't add any difficulty at all. Oh, no, not at all. I gotta test everything and about 20 minutes before the stream, but I didn't have that time today. And I gotta record it, gotta make sure the vocal sounds right, because sometimes it's doubling up. And then I can't trust that, so about 5 minutes before I go on, I gotta record it again and make sure it makes sense. And then all of a sudden, something's gone wrong, and I'll ahead. Boris says I'll add OnlyFans avatar. Yeah, weren't you the G-string? Please no. Yeah, you call it your nightmare string. Hello, let me tell you about the news as I get all sexy with you. Well, that would be great. Oh, as I get all sexy and lubed up on the screen for you. The sexy news brought to you by Lawrence, a cultural spot. Lawrence is a real playboy, yeah, indeed. Oh boy. Yeah, put on a mankini. What else? What else is there? Let's see. Okay, yesterday we talked about the news media talking about Trump being daddy. So the White House, no, it's just gonna work, damn it. But the White House talked about, went ahead and did this. They got a video, and I'm just hoping it plays, damn it. Daddy's home. So to play up on that crap. Let's see.
I just wanna get your
Of course
attention.
not. Okay, we'll get a stereo. Damn it.
Hey girl, I really wanna be all up in your head. Yeah. Is it you say daddy's home? Home for me. Waiting for this loving all day. You know your daddy's home. And it's time to sexy. Yeah. So you ain't got to give my love away. So what do you say? Hey, daddy. So what do you say? Hey, daddy. I ain't gotta do a lot of flexing. Shawty, you already know what it is. So what do you say? Hey, daddy. Call me daddy, babe. You gotta know it's like.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I like how the White House always does these things now. I think what they're really concentrating on, you notice they're constantly attacking the mainstream media and everything. And that's like, we're not gonna let them set the narrative, damn it. We're not gonna let them set the narrative. And we're gonna call them out, because they're scumbags anyways. So just call them out and everything else. So that's what I think a lot of that is about. And then we had this, let's see. God, we had this Trump we had this, X post. Actually, I imagine it was a True Social post from Trump, talking about, we talked about yesterday, about a man named, Zohan Danny, basically a commie. So he won the Democrat primary for New York City mayor, for the mayor of New York City. And as you know it, they're all going to vote Democrat, even if they have a runoff. Even in the election against a Republican, they'll still vote for the Democrat candidate, those lunatics. And so Trump said this about him, well, actually, he wasn't talking about that. He was talking about AOC. I'm sorry, I got that all mixed up. AOC and, what's your name? Rocket. There. From Texas. So, Lady Pip says, hello, Lady Pip. Wonderful that you joined me. And so he had this to say. So what he did was, Jasmine Crockett, that's her name. She's a representative, and maybe some of you from the UK know who AOC is. But he went ahead and endorsed them for the Democrat presidency. Just market all of them. AOC is kind of OnlyFans. Ooh, you think so? I don't know. Oh, I just see a donkey when I see AOC. Ugh, gross. Okay, let me put this up here. Alright. Finally happened. The Democrat, oh yeah, he did talk about Zoran Mandani. Finally happened. Democrats have crossed the line. And Zoran Mandani, 100% communist lunatic, has just won the primary. This is in New York City. And is on his way to become mayor. We had radical lefties before, but this is getting a little ridiculous. And he looks terrible. His voice is grating. He's not very smart. He's got AOC +3. Tummy's all back again. And even our great Palestinian senator, crying Chuck Schumer, who's a Jew, by the way, is groveling over him. Yes, this is a big moment in the history of our country. But there was another thing. Maybe I just mistook it. Yeah, okay, here's the other one. This is Trump endorsing AOC and Jasmine Crockett. I have an idea for the Democrats to bring them back into play. After years of being left out in the cold, including suffering one of the greatest losses in history, the 2024 presidential election, the current Democrats should nominate low IQ candidate Jasmine Crockett for president. Oh, he's putting Crockett as president. POC +3 should be respectively vice president. And 3 high-level members of the cabinet added with our future communist mayor of New York City. Zoran Mandani. Our country is really screwed. So, I'll show you their pictures. So, yeah, let's see. Here's AOC. She's hilarious. She is so stupid. She is a total dunce. And now, this woman, I don't know. Yeah, she's really more vile. How to explain her? Well, she's a representative from Texas again. You know, there's all these problem Democrats in the U.S. They're all from Texas, it seems like. Of course, Texas has got a lot of representatives, right? Because, you know, population-wise, it's one of our bigger states. But this woman here was never... She grew up in a white neighborhood, went to mostly white schools, went to higher education in mostly white universities, and she's representing some slum district in Texas, and then she, you know, she's white, and basically white, even though she's black. That's the way she grew up in her family, but then she talks publicly, and it's all this Ebonics crap and everything, black talk, and it's so phony coming from her. You know, everybody's playing a part, it seems, just playing a part. You know, oh, gotta act more black, even though I didn't want to live with you as a child, and I don't want to live with you in your district that I'm representing. Yeah, let's see, Tom says no, and Helen says, so he don't like him. No, apparently not. But he's fun to mock, so Trump's gonna have fun with it. And Schumer likes Gaza? Yes, yeah, he's really, yeah, Chuck Schumer, really bad man. Our Scottish leader had family in Gaza. He was Pakistan. But so lefty, he had to marry a Palestinian. Is that, who's his name? Yusuf? Up in Scotland? Was it Ramsey Yusuf? Am I right about that? And he stepped down, didn't he? He was terrible. He was awful. And Ward says, dreary OnlyFans again. Guess that's what you need to get into U.S. politics now. Dion 8 on the OnlyFans scale. S&T Yusuf lasted 6 months. And he just gave up, didn't he? Isn't that what happened, Ward? Was there a reason he stepped down? I just remember him just suddenly stepping down. And terrible. But the S&T is a big party in Scotland, isn't it? And being a Yank, I'm sorry if I don't know much, but yeah, he was horrible. I mean, resigned because of woe. Oh, wow. Now you're gonna have to install me, you know. Resigned because of low polling. Wow, really? Wow. Wow. Not like I don't give a crap. I'm in power. I'm getting mine. I don't care. I don't care. Till you get me out of here, you know? Yeah. That's really weird about Yusuf that he stepped down because of that, of all things. And what else? What else is going on? Yeah. What else do I got here? Oh, this is for the let's see. And Reform would be the largest UK party if an election were held tomorrow. That's what I understand. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But, you know, people gotta come out to vote this time. 'Cause, my understanding was, didn't Labour win the election? And basically they got like I guess you call it like a landslide, because only 20% of the voting population voted. But of that 20%, Labour got an enormous chunk of it. So we'll have to see, right? Wasn't it something like that? Like 20%? Okay, yeah, somebody will tell me. But yeah, that seems really weird, doesn't it? Wow. And let's see. I don't know in the UK if they have Planned Parenthood, you know, the abortion providers. But yeah, we have this news today. And the Supreme Court ruled 6-3 that it's okay to defund federal funds from Planned Parenthood. Why it has to go to the Supreme Court? Makes no sense, but you know, yeah, so the federal government doesn't have to fund abortions. I mean, there's so many liberals, they could fund this industry easily. You know, with just a few bucks each liberal every year could fund this. Overflow. You know, they could put in television advertising to kill your babies and everything. You know, it doesn't have to be federally funded. Nah, they want you to fund it though. Yeah, very, very strange. And Lady Pip says, I'm seeing loads of people talking about an election. But how? So let me know. Lady Pip, I don't understand. So how other than 3 years from now, how are you gonna have at your full government, you know, I don't know, do you call it a federal government in UKC? That's how ignorant I am. But at that level, how are you gonna get elections for the country elections? Other than for, oh yeah, that's right, you can have a no confidence vote, right? But Labour isn't gonna have a no confidence vote in itself, is it? Nah, okay, but yeah, tell me, I understand in the parliamentary system you could have a no confidence vote, and that'll bring on early elections. But with Labour would just replace Starmer with somebody just as bad. Maybe even worse if that's possible. Yeah. Oh my God. Angela Rayner. I want to see that. I listened to a speech from her the other day. Oh, it was hilarious. Oh, I want to see that. Let's see if you're speaking for your country. Yeah, let's see. And Lauren says Labour won a landslide because Reform split the Tory vote. And did Keir a huge favour, too much power in Parliament. And so a disaster is this government. And Lady Tiff says the vote next Tuesday is going to reflect as a no confidence vote. I heard that there's 128 that are voting against the welfare reform bill. So, but that can't bring down the government, can it, Lady Good? Please explain to me. Really want to understand. So, that bill against that one bill could, yeah, let's see. Let me keep reading. And Lawrence's Angie Rayner. Yeah, what a winner. Of course, Didi Delaney has your, running the country would be wonderful too, as your Prime Minister, Didi Delaney. Men can have uteruses. Yeah, let's see. Reform is the only hope for Britain. Brian says, hi, Brian. Thanks for joining. Labour did not win the election. Yeah, such a small percentage voted, wasn't it? The Conservatives threw it away. But, I mean, they'd be pulling the same crap. It's a uniparty, Brian. So if they got in, they'd be pulling the same crap. They'd be moving the same way. Wouldn't they? I mean, your Tories were so big. You don't know whether you're all so mad at them. They were so fake. Everything they were doing was just maybe slightly slower than the pace that the Labour seems to be moving at. You know, they were for all this crap. They were for what? The anti-free speech, hate speech laws and all that crap. They, so, I can't help it. I'm just so upset with what's happening with the UK. And it's everywhere in the West. All this uniparty crap. Doesn't matter who you vote for, you get the same crap. Just when the people that call themselves socialists get in power, they just move really quickly. But yeah, let's see. All right. Yeah. All right, let me read Brian again. Reform is the only hope for Britain. Labour did not win the election. The Conservatives threw it away. First past the post gave Labour a landslide. Yeah, okay. And Farage is receiving letters from foreign UK prisoners asking to leave the port. Very good, Alan. Very good. And Warren says, Kenny bad enough. I know, the Nigerian Tory. Yeah, I saw Tory commercials and stuff, and they always put the foreign invaders in front. Kenny with other foreign invaders behind her, as the new Tories, the new replacements. It's the same crap, isn't it? It's the same crap. They both want to get rid of you. All right. Though they want you to pay for it, too. That's it. Oh. Yeah, the Nigerian Tory will have to say the Labour next week. Yeah, watch. She'll help him out. She'll help Keir Starmer out, right? That's the way it's gonna go down. And Brian says, Labour landslide, bad news for Britain. The entire government has combined intelligence less than the average tortoise. Nah, that's an insult to tortoises. Yes, indeed. Don't insult a cheek tortoise that way. Nah, these are swamp creatures too. But they're not tortoises. They're not or turtles. I don't know. They're slime. Yeah, they're slime and slime mold. That wouldn't be as much of an insult to slime. Yeah, that's what they are. They're piles of slime and filth. Ian Ward says they have a witch system. Yeah, I think we had that in the U.S. too. In Parliament to get MPs to vote with party, but Labour might well need 80 Tory votes. Yeah, that sounds like a lot. Yeah. Huh. We'll see. I bet the Tories will come through for Labour. Watch. That's how a uniparty works. You know they're gonna betray everybody. So, Labour. No, it won't bring the government down, but it is a reflection of the lack of confidence in their own party. Yeah, at least on this. Right? Giving handouts, cutting handouts is not a labor thing. And as we both know, their cuts would probably just, the only people affected would be people that some people, and let's face it, there's a piece all over the place, but some people that actually need it will get cut, but not the invaders. No, what are the cuts for? So they can give more benefits to those people. You know it. That's just how these people think. That's just what you're thinking. Otherwise, cut out all the invaders. You know, how the hell did they end up on welfare for showing up in your country and not being any contribution? And all the multiple wives, different men that had at least two children that you're allowed to be covered. Yeah, because that's my understanding is in the UK you can have 2 children covered under the welfare programs. If I'm wrong, let me know. I bet they want to expand it though. Yeah, let's see. Yeah. Okay, Lady Tip says, you know when Star realizes he opens his mouth. Yeah, indeed. Your whole government. Yeah, but that's Tories, that's Labour, that's all of them. And Warren says, as I say, they won't take on the kids who claim $1,000 sickness benefits a month, pounds. Sickness benefit a month because anxiety keeps them out of work. I know. That's disgraceful. And the people with their own homes cite long COVID first. Yep. It's all a scam. Everybody's scamming everybody. And that's why you can't get rid of this crap. It's all a scam. And once you become part and receive the benefits, who you gonna vote for? That's why they want to make sure anybody can get on it. And so let's see. Helen says Starmer at NATO did not look very well. He just looks so creepy and party to me. He never looks really well. Kind of totally like a creep. Ooh, makes my skin crawl. And I'm evil to begin with. What's the on their side? My skin just crawls. Oh. Yeah, Lady Tip said, I saw that video, Ian. And Lady Tip, Alan, sorry. Oh, I don't have to be sorry. All friends here. So, and Ward says, Lib Dems have 80 seats themselves. Yeah, how do they vote? The same, right? And we'll vote with Labour. Yeah. At that. Tories, yeah, that's the point. Tories are mostly liberals themselves and good for 40 plus vote. So that's the Labour rebellion done. Yeah. And Allison Barr, hi Allison, thanks for joining in on the chat and everything. So Allison says, the Muslim Council of Britain warns that if halal slaughter is banned, Muslims would leave the UK. Yeah, evil laugh. Oh, yeah, I need to get my evil laugh on here. Yeah, I'll need to make that clip. But yeah, boy, yeah, I can see you right now. Listen, rubbing your hands. But you know that ain't gonna happen. Yeah. But I know a lot of people are offended by the halal because they basically slit the animals' throats. But I don't know. I think so many people are out of touch that's how it was always done throughout history. You know? So, I think it would, especially for men, I think it would be good if more men actually did more hunting and realized, where meat and everything comes from. And cause like on farms, they all knew about that. They all had to do that. So, but yeah, I just don't see that happening, you know? And Nigel isn't gonna ban it either, is he? So, and of course they wouldn't leave anyways. They're not gonna leave. God, they got it real good, you know? Okay, let's see. Philip's here. Belladonna. Hi, Philip. Thanks for joining. And Lawrence says Starver does his hair like the movie Patrick Bateman, the Batman actor in, yeah. Well, that's kind of fitting, is it? He's the UK Psycho. UK Psycho and Red Boys. And Lady Tip, that is interesting, Allison. I hadn't heard that. And Culture Spot. Lawrence says, Alex Phillips got on BBC Politics today saying that halal should be banned. And face coverings. Wow, we should consider re-immigration like Denmark. The liberal UK is under siege. Okay, and is Alex Phillips? I have to look it up. Is Alex Phillips also, is this person labor? Is this a labor person? Yeah, I gotta check that out. Alex Phillips, excuse me. I saw that name today. Alex Phillips? Former broadcaster? Really? Wow. British politician in the Brexit party. Okay, so she's reformed. Okay. Oh, I see what point you're making. So you're saying that there's some that are in your reform that want to ban halal. Okay. The face masks, the face coverings for sure. But again, the problem is, as you get more and more of them, they become a politician's constituents, their voting bloc. So they represent their voting bloc. So that's what's going to happen as more and more come in. This will definitely become embedded. And yeah, that is the problem. That really is. Let's see. And let's see. What else? Alright, she was before Nigel's right hand. Thank you, Lawrence, for telling me. Top TV host. Fantastic. Alright. Now I understand. We'll see. In the end, it seems like Nigel really rules with an iron fist, doesn't he? So, right now, that Muslim voting bloc is terrifying, yet no one sees the danger. Why would they? They don't care. They're enriching themselves. The future doesn't matter. You know? It doesn't matter. Not in the not in the little gated communities. I imagine you have those in the UK too, don't you? We do in America. That's where all the liberals live in. Gated communities with guards and everything. Yeah, they don't have to sleep with like in the US, like in the inner cities with a gun under the pillow because of all the crime and everything that they allow to go on. And they've encouraged. So, yeah. So, no one sees, yeah, that's so true. Let's see. Let me go on. Like I said, thanks so much. Because I didn't have much for the UK. I didn't really have anything today for the UK. So I'm sorry about that. And what else? Oh, I thought this was interesting. This comes from, the Queens, which is part of New York City, which is an area in New York City. And I went and brought this up because I saw that in the UK you've had these problems too. This is somebody stealing a swan. Yeah. Here, I'll go ahead and put this in there.
Is outrage over the abduction of one of Mother Nature's most magnificent creatures, a swan. The suspect was caught in...
Here, let me put that back again.
Is outrage over the abduction of one of Mother Nature's most magnificent creatures, a swan. The suspect was caught running down the street with the giant swan tucked under his arm. Then he stuffs the bird into the back seat of the getaway car with his buddies. The four knuckleheads are cracking up as they take off.
It was a little brutal. You can tell they had experience holding these birds.
Stephanie Santiago witnessed the swan napping.
One of them was actually looking out the window with a stupid smile on his face. And I told him, I was like, you're going to see me. Remember me, because you're going to see me again. And when you see me, you won't be smiling.
Swans are known for being territorial and making loud noises if a human gets too close. But the snatched swan is a species known as a mute swan.
Yeah, but these
These
still don't
swans are
weigh
even
much for their
quieter,
size.
so she didn't make a lot of noise when she was taken. To make this all the more upsetting, the swan had just given birth, and her lifelong mate has been calling out in distress, desperate for his long-lost love. Stephanie shared her video of the theft, and the Howard Beach community in Queens, New York, leapt into action.
The community was enraged. These birds are a fixture in our community. They have families, they have babies, they reproduce.
A resident spotted the suspects and called cops.
They have apprehended the vehicle that was used and involved with the swan abduction, and the vehicle and the occupants unfortunately have no swan with them.
So, what happened to the abducted swan from Queens? Unfortunately, it's a mystery.
We don't know if we'll ever see that bird again.
Police are
Did you ask?
investigating if the swan was stolen as part of a senior prank or to be put in someone's private pond.
Okay, so yeah, so I saw that, I immediately thought of the UK, because I've seen numerous stories over the years about some of the invaders capturing swans, taking them home, and even eating them. So this was more like a prank than that, but still. And my understanding in the UK, swans are protected, right, by the crown, of all things. So yeah, let me know. Let's see. Lady Tip, I like Nigel, but I don't think he has what it takes to run the country. Yeah, I just wonder if he's going to compromise. I mean, that's how you get into all this trouble, compromising instead of standing on something. You always compromise. You're allowing the other side to get their way. It's so strange. I mean, maybe in extreme cases, national security and everything like that. Yeah, there's a place, but not cultural issues. That's how you end up with all of this crap. So let's see. And where it says knuckleheads, pendejos. Yeah, indeed, total pendejos. Where it says Chidala Signorina Magdalene. She looks like a painter. Oh. Are you talking about this lady right here? Yeah, she looks like a very, very cute lady, doesn't she? Very cute. New York again, and Tom says, yeah, always some crap. But, and Lady Tip, in this country, swans are protected by the crown. Yeah, unless you take them home and eat them, and then you never get arrested, even though so many people reported you. So it all depends. If you're indigenous, the crown protects them. Right? At least that's my understanding. Hey, I never heard of those stories in the UK. Anyone getting in trouble, you know? So let's see. And Helen says bizarre. Yeah, you know, as you could see them driving away, they thought it was real funny. Okay. And Allison, thanks for chatting, Allison. I'm really enjoying that you're in here. Alice Phillips does a live show on TV, Talk TV every Sunday. Okay. It's on YouTube too. Thank you. Gonna have to write her name down. I'm gonna have to look up some of her shows. So yeah, thank you so much. Cause, I try to talk about the UK. I'm just a stupid Yank. But yeah, so yeah, I can get more of an idea what's going on. Thank you so much. Well, hey, Lauren says a black swan event. Yeah, for that poor swan. Yeah, it's Black Swan event. Yeah, I doubt they were smart. They would have just drove down the street and then let it out. You know, but yeah, they didn't look that bright. So, alright. Yeah, what else do I have today? I think that's about it. Oh yeah, this is again. Oh, I got two things. I got two more things. Let's see. This is you, United States, again. And this is that lunatic, Zoran. Why should call him lunatic? He's just a commie bastard. But this is that, Jen Psaki, who was Biden's lying press secretary. Yeah, they awarded with her, like $10-20 million a year contract for lying to the American people under Biden. Well, this is her, and she's talking to Zoran Mamdani. That's that communist who won the New York City mayor Democratic primary. And look at how excited she looks talking to this commie bastard. It's just amazing. It's amazing.
Joining me now for his first national interview since yesterday's election in New York City is Zoran Mamdani. It's great to see you. I don't know if you've slept, and I'm sure you are still processing what happened last night. A lot of people on our team stayed up and watched your speech. I just laid out
They were so
how I think
excited.
you garnered as much support as you did. As you've processed this, what did I miss?
I think you covered quite a bit of how we got to this point, and I think the only thing I would really add is this volunteer team that we've built of now more than 50,000 people. They are the New Yorkers for whom democracy had started to lose meaning. It started to lose its relevance to the struggles of everyday New Yorkers. And they are the ones who for so long had not seen themselves in our local politics. And yet they are also the ones who brought us to this point, who knocked on more than 1.5 million doors across the 5 boroughs and showcased that a vision for a New York City, currently the most expensive city in the United States, a vision that would make it affordable, is one that speaks not only to progressives, but speaks to New Yorkers across the 5 boroughs, from Harlem to Bay Ridge, and speaks to the very fact that ultimately what city government's job is to make this city that much easier to live in and actually achieve the very dreams that brought you here in the first place.
As I'm sure you know, you probably haven't consumed all of it, I suppose, but there's been a lot of analysis, a ton, on what your success last night and in the last couple of weeks means nationally for the Democratic Party. Unquestionably, it means something about how people campaign, but what do you think it means?
I think
Okay, I'm gonna stop it. It's just more commie talk.
And I think
So,
one of the hopes that we had from the very beginning of this
how do I stop
campaign
this?
was
Shut
to move our political instinct from
Come
lecturing
on.
to listening.
Okay,
You know, at
I'm
the
trying to
national
shut 'em
level
up.
after the
Give me a
presidential
moment.
election, we
I'm
saw that New
boomerang
York
this.
was actually the state with the
Okay, there we go. All right, I can't take any more of it. But oh, she seems so excited. We stayed up for your speech. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, some commie claptrap. Oh, wait, can't wait to hear that. Blah blah blah. Everything's free. You don't have to pay for anything. But yeah, so excited. And of course, like I said before, many times, at least in the U.S., it's big corporations, big powerful billionaires that own these networks. So the reason why Jen Psaki's on there is because in the long run, it's gonna make them a lot more money in government contracts. And these so-called capitalists that are running these corporations, they're so excited about the socialists, right? 'Cause this guy here, yeah, this commie, he's gonna help bring down property prices in New York City if he wins. So that's what they want. That's all they want. It's all a scam. So yeah, let's see. Lady Pip says Bristol City Center was brought to a standstill because of Swan. Can you tell me more, Lady Pip? I'd like to know about that. But what was it, because of the theft of a swan? Or was it because swans were on the road or something? Let's see. And Tom says she is horrible. Yeah, Jen Psaki. Let's see, let's get her back here. Yeah, that's one of the biggest quislings the U.S. has ever produced. What an evil woman right there. Sell out her whole nation just for money. Disgusting. Monsters. Let's see, I need a video. What was it? liars, propagandists, and scum. Yeah, mainstream media, liars, propagandists, and scum. And it just goes on and on about the course showing these people's pictures and just, with the word liar, propagandist, scum over their faces. Because, I just despise them. But right here, right the word Quisling. When you see these people, yeah, evil incarnate. Let's see. And Allison says, oh my God, the Muslim mayor of New York, they're doomed. Sarah's right. Yeah, but Allison, like I said, it's a whole scheme. Apparently the property, the cost of property in New York City hasn't come down enough. So that they did this in the 70s and the 80s. All in the New York cities, they destroyed New York City back then, and property prices came down, and then they came in and brought up all the properties for pennies on the dollars, and then they brought Rudy Giuliani in, and you got law and order again. Property prices started skyrocketing, and they made a fortune. It's just part of another cycle. Now they're doing it to the whole country. So, you see in California, that's really what a lot of this is about. People don't realize it. Property prices are high now. How do we get them down? Yeah, communism. Yeah. Because you're going to buy it all up. Yeah, it's all a scam. It's all a scam. And I imagine a lot of that's what's going on in London, too. We'll see. Though, I imagine it's more like California right now for the UK. Get a constituency and get a lock on politics, so that your party will never be out of power again. So yeah, that's probably what they're working on, really, right now. So alright. And Helen says, what on earth is he talking? I know, crap, blah, 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 tell me bullshit. He's just another puppet. Oh, it's time for me to go back to my puppet form. Here we go. Oh, what happened? Oh, it's control. Here we go. Back to my puppet form. And cause I know what a puppet is after all. These people are puppets. So, you know a puppet when I see one. Payne says, which culture will hang it on the moon? U.S., damn it. That's his culture, damn it. And Lady Tip says, it was a few years ago, but a swan in the road. The head away. Oh, that's cute. That's cute, Lady Tip. That really is. Yeah. Yeah, I like swans. Swans are pretty cool. So, and Allison says, oh my God, New York City's projected spending on migrants for fiscal year 2025 is estimated to be around $3.3 billion. Holy crap. I didn't know that, Allison. Wow. Yeah, and you hear the money thrown around. This is just one city in the United States. Isn't it incredible? $3.3 billion? On something you can just end right now? Just cut it off? Wow, that just blows me away. And let's see. Lady Tip, an interesting fact about New York mayors. Yeah, they're all puppets. All these politicians, let's face it, they're all puppets. And that's not being cynical, that's just the truth. They're all in it for themselves. Let's see. Lauren says, Culture Spot now live. We'd love for you to join me afterwards. Try a raid. Okay, I'll see. I'll see, Lawrence. I'll see. But thanks. Thank you so much for attending my little video here, Lawrence. Thank you. Have a great stream. So, let's see. Yeah, New York City mayor, copy of London mayor. Yeah. his name is Sadiq Khan. Am I right about that? Yeah, that London mayor is just horrible. So, Lady Tip, Pamela Coleman Smith, the terrible lady. Okay. Her grandfather was the mayor of New York about 100 years ago. That's fascinating. Yeah. So I heard her name before. I've done a little bit of study about the hidden, the occult. Yeah. So yeah, I've heard. Okay. And her grandfather was the mayor of New York City. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. I can also see what point you're trying to make, that it all goes back really far. All this occult stuff, and also the powerful families. In the UK as well as the US, where so many of them were involved in those practices. Yeah. The Golden Dawn. Yeah, because my understanding is Pamela was making those tarot cards for somebody in the Golden Dawn. So I might be wrong, but yeah, they picked up on that right away. So, and what else do I got here? So feel free to bring up whatever you like. Do you have any other news stories you want me to cover? So I can't help it. If I see somebody being thrown off of an airplane for being an idiot, yeah, I want to show you that. So here we go. Let's see. And this happened. This is some real goofball from the UK. Some fat slob from the UK. In Thailand. Yeah, he was trying this crap in Thailand, and he's this fat guy, and apparently he wanted to sit next to an emergency exit, and he made some kind of stink over it in Thailand. I mean, Thailand of all places. Can you imagine if he got put into a Thailand jail? Let's see. Over trying about having a happiness. Whoops. Oh, I didn't do that, did I? 1 second. Alright, over here. Gotta make it quiet here for a second. There we go. We're to pop up. Alright, start at the beginning. So yeah, these are Thai police. Yeah, there he goes. There's his ass on the ground. He's just laying there.
Look, when you said apologize is the first thing I did. Don't forget that.
At least do it in the States, the EU, or the UK. I got a feeling if he ended up in a Thailand jail, it wouldn't be that pleasant for his fat ass. So, yeah, I just love those videos. I'm just gonna play dead. We're gonna drag your ass off anyways. So, yeah, I don't know. You'd hate to be a person that's on the flight, that you have the misfortune to be the one that's on the flight and have some idiot like this acting out and delaying your flight and everything. But I so like it when they get what's coming to them, and it's like, all you had to do was just sit in your damn seat and shut up. And then land and maybe it's a long flight, like 12 hours, but then 12 hours later you get up and, but no, I want my damn exit seat. You give me my damn exit seat. I don't know, damn, does anyone have any thoughts about that? Do you like those videos like I do? Lady Tip, in jail over there. He be someone's, yeah, biatch, yeah. The little roly-poly man. Little roly-poly man, come here. Oh, I'm gonna lose it. I'm sorry. Oh boy. All right, and I think that's everything I have for today. But yeah, I think it's always great to end this with a little bit of a tight shorts. Yeah. You know, they're always tight. I thought they were like circus tents. But I love it. Just grab them by the collar, grab them by the belts, and just, well, you're out of here. You're out of here. and this Thai guy was a lot smaller than him, but he ain't taking that crap. I'll tell you later. You're coming out of here. The fella says, marry me, please, Dollar. No, sorry, fella. Sorry. That's not gonna happen. So, yeah. So, all right. I just want to thank everybody. Unless there's anything else you want to add, I'll give you a moment to catch up where I'm at in the stream. If there's nothing else, we'll go ahead and call it a day. And thank you so much for joining. Forgot to say I sent Lucy a card. Thank you, Lady Tip. So, Lady Tip said, forgot to say I sent Lucy a card today. I got some of my neighbors to sign it as well. That is so wonderful of you. Thank you so much for doing that, Lady Tip. And what was it? Let me go back here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was you. It was Brian, right? Brian? I think it was Brian yesterday. So yesterday we were talking about what's happened with Lucy Connolly. She's apparently getting abused inside prison. Physically abused. So I think it was Brian who included the address in the prison. So if you want, look at yesterday's stream, and towards the end of the stream we talked about Lucy, and it was included in one of the chats. If that's included, I haven't checked, but I think after 24 hours the chats show up after they process the stream. So, but yeah, that is wonderful. That is so wonderful of you, Lady Pip. Cause yeah, I want to go over it all again, but yeah, it's just I'm seeing week after week go by, and I'm seeing so little talk about Lucy. So, Peterborough Prison. Thank you, Lady Pip. Thanks for mentioning that. So, I wish you all a very fine evening, and just have a wonderful evening, everyone. And I plan to stream tomorrow. So, but look up any stories that you might find, especially in the UK, and let me know what's happening. And because I really like chatting more than anything else. Getting to talk with you, and we can share things together. And I learned something because, you know, I always feel kind of stupid talking about the UK being a Yankee and everything. So hope you don't mind my ignorance. You know, I just think you people are wonderful. I think it's terrible what's happening in the UK. So I try to support you, and you have, because almost all my followers on YouTube are in the UK. So I really appreciate it. So I'm trying not to talk out of ignorance, so that's why I love it when you join in the chat and correct me or tell me what's going on. So thank you all very much. Have a wonderful evening, and I'm gonna end the stream now. I'll try to find a song, and we'll call it farewell until tomorrow. Bye now.
I have fought through the ages to destroy Damasses and their assorted Damasseries wherever they could be found. But their numbers multiply every day, and I am but one vampire, and my hunger is not great enough. I have fought them in the cities, on the seas, and in space. Not even my fleet of helicopters is enough. Then, out of the heavens, from the skies, a book, bound in black, that falls to the ground. Inscribed on the book are the words, Death Note. O Shinigami, god of death, use those Shinigami eyes of yours and tell me the lifespan of an immortal vampire. Do your Shinigami rules apply to a creature like myself, that is already damned?
Bella's eyes burn red in the midnight glow. Flying sharp, heart cold. She's ready to go. Dumbasses multiply. Their nonsense takes hold. She's done with their chatter. Their stories retold. A black book in hand. Her new kind of fight. One name, one stroke. They'll fade in the night. Bella's got a death note. She's writing their doom. Clearing the chaos. No mercy, no room. Dumbasseries fall. She's setting it right. Bella's got a death note. She owns the night. They tweet their hot takes, they bumble and brag, spreading their drivel, they wave their own flag. But Bella's too swift, her pen doesn't pause, each scribble's a verdict, no need for a cause. The streets grow quiet, her power's unbound. One vampire's wrath makes the world spin around. She's just one soul, but the fools are too many. Their noise overwhelms, it's a flood, it's uncanny. The death note's her edge, but it's wearing her thin. Can she save the world, or will madness begin? Yet Bella won't break, her resolve's like a flame. She'll burn through the dumbass, rewrite the game. Bella's got a death note. She's writing their doom. Clearing the chaos. No mercy, no room. Dumbasseries fall. She's setting it right. Bella's got a death note. She owns the night. In shadow she stands, but clutched in her hand, the queen of the night with a deadly command. Dumbasses beware.